Today on Nova Legends podcast, I have my old pal Anna Chau, who's a freshman at Princeton, who is finishing up her second semester and has finished her first year of playing college soccer. We're going to catch up today. Anna, great to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always nice being able to catch up with you.
Oh, well, nice. I feel the same way. Nice of you to say that. Hey, I don't know if you heard, but the Washington Post has given up their high school coverage. I heard all their sports coverage,
Oh,
but high school coverage. So there's no more all Met teams for Washington Post. You may not have heard that. Well, how does that make you feel being an all Met player? That's a pretty special thing when you make all Met, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It's sad that they're not going to be doing that anymore. I guess it's nice that um, I was part of that group who was selected to be part of the All Met team.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can't wait. There's the sports page, most of the sports you can get online these days, but like the All Met in the top 20, those kind of things are nice touches that when they go away, it's
Mhm.
unfortunate. But let's talk about your freshman year at Princeton, your freshman season at Princeton. First of all, I think the biggest news was you played defense, you played left back. I watched quite a few of your games when you were healthy. Did you end up enjoying playing defense?
Yeah, initially I was a little bit put out of place because I don't normally play defense. I did play a little bit while I was in the ECNL, but it was still a little bit new to me. But I think our coaches did a really great job at helping me learn how to play the role as best as I can. And they also allowed me to get forward a lot while I was playing there, which allowed me to use a lot of my attacking capabilities that I've had in the past years, just as a defender. So,
It did seem like when you went forward, you had a lot more space from the defense than you
mhm.
usually would have when you're an attacker. And you're first of all, it's probably a forward or attacking mid who's guarding you initially, so they're probably not the best defenders on the team. But it just seems like you had a lot of fun flying forward.
Yeah, I really did. And I think that it was a really great opportunity to be able to see the field from a different spot. Maybe I'm not always um, turning my head to see what's behind me because I have the sideline now, but I think it's really interesting to be able to play the game from a different perspective.
Do you think it made you a better player having those a year back there, season back there, and having to tackle and things that you probably didn't do quite as much of?
I think it was really helpful for my game. I think I've always tried to fill into different kinds of positions, and every time I do, it always teaches me a new lesson, especially at the college level there. Um, I'm learning a new system. I'm learning how to play with different types of players that I may or may not be used to playing with from when I was at club. So,
Yeah. Do you have a sense of whether you're going to stay back there or you're going to move forward this next season?
um, I'm not entirely sure yet. I think it depends a lot on how some of our injured players are recovering, as well as some of the incoming freshmen that we have next year. We just have to take a look at our personnel and see where to go from there.
Yeah. So when I talked to you, you were still in training. You may have had a friendly or two, but you hadn't had any games yet, I believe.
Mhm.
Were you talk about some of the things you were surprised about the college level?
Um, I'd say the biggest difference that I saw in the college level that was a bit surprising was the energy from everyone. Like, I think one notable thing is that when we're in the college game, every single person is standing on the sidelines. No one's ever going to be sitting down unless they're hurt and they can't play. And I think that that energy is a big part of the college game.
Yeah. Wow. It's you can't even take a little break. Did you have to stand up even though you were hurt? Did you have to stand up and cheer?
Um, I was able to stand, and so I did. It didn't really hurt to stand at all. So, I was walking, um, a- even after injury, maybe not the fastest walker on earth, but I was still able to walk. So I really did try to stand with my teammates on the sideline to help cheer on whoever's on the field.
Yeah. Well, they've been talking about trying to spread out the college season, make it more like a professional season, maybe do 2 semesters. I know now
Mhm.
there's like a unofficial spring season, but they're talking about it. Did you find the season too compressed? I mean, high school was the same way. I kind of like it because it's kind of short and sweet, and we play a lot of games and it's over. But what do you think on the college level? Did you find it pretty taxing?
I think initially it was a bit taxing. I'm not sure if it's because of the Ivy League having a small conference. Out of conference games, we generally had one game a week, which wasn't too taxing in my opinion. I think that if they were to extend the season, it would definitely allow us more recovery time, especially because this past year our team had a lot of injuries, so maybe that had to do with it, but yeah.
Yeah. Remind us what your injury was and how's your rehab going?
So I had a tear or a partial tear in my MCL. Um, Recovery was about 2 months for me, so I've been back for quite some time now, and a lot of it was just before our team would practice, I would go down to the training room so I can do some PT, which was really helpful in me getting my mobility back and my strength back, so I could get back as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get back on the field by the time the season ended for us, but I do think that at the same time it gave me some extra time during like winter break and the rest of the semester to prepare for the spring season.
Yeah. How are you feeling now?
I feel great. I've been training a lot and it just honestly feels really great to be back. I couldn't be more grateful.
Mhm. Have you changed? Has your body changed? Did you get were you able to keep your fitness overall fitness the same, being hurt? And
Um, I definitely had a little bit of a setback with my fitness because I wasn't able to run for a couple of weeks,
Mhm.
but being back for as long as I've had, I've been able to gain that back.
Yeah. When we used to talk about your soccer, you aspired to be a doctor, but also maybe a professional soccer player at some time. Do you still hold those goals in front of you?
Yeah, I still would love to be able to play professional soccer. I think that's always been my dream. Outside of soccer, I've started to lean towards economics, and
Oh,
um, I'm not entirely sure where that's going to take me, but I've been taking some courses in those fields that I've really enjoyed. So I'm going to see where that takes me.
so, and I assure you, you're a much smarter student than I was. But I started out as a pre-med, and I ended up being an economics major. Uh,
Oh,
and I don't even think Chandler ever pretended. He was econ from the get-go, and we loved it. So I think if you choose that direction, well, whatever you choose, I'm sure you're going to be great. Now, what's the spring
yeah.
season like at Princeton?
So for the spring season, we only have, I think, 3 games. So we're not playing in actual matches very much. But in terms of training, we have practice around 3 times a week, and then we lift twice a week or twice to 3 times. Um, a lot of it is in the morning, so I do have to wake up a little bit early, and I'm personally am not a morning person, but I'm still up and I think it's helping me build some good habits. So,
Is everything mandatory this in the spring?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And is the same intensity there in terms of coaching and spirit of the side, or is it a little more laid back?
The intensity is the same because our team all has the same goal. We all want to make the NCAA tournament. This past year, we weren't able to, and that that's to see how far we can go because I think we have a lot of talent and with that talent comes or it needs a lot of hard work and so that's what the spring season's for. We're building that so that we can have a great fall season next semester.
Did you have the same disappointment when you guys lost in the Ivy as if you would have been playing like you were early in the season?
Yeah, yeah. Losing that Ivy was, I mean, and we did have a little bit of a rough start at the beginning of the season, but I think that as a team, we were able to talk about things and figure out what was working, what wasn't working. And I think we had a lot of improvement throughout the season. And so for us to lose the Ivy tournament game, it sucked to
Yeah.
say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your father still come to every game even though you were hurt?
He wasn't able to go to all of our games, but he did come to some towards the end of the season. He's very involved with the team, and I think cares a lot about soccer.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that he's able to come out.
Yeah, it's great to see family always. Now, the three matches in the spring, are these life and death, or is it more a matter of going out there and playing well? Coaches are going to work on some lineups and look at some players. What is the mindset of these three matches?
Um, I think we still play to win, and our coaches are gonna put in whoever they think is gonna help us produce that. But at the same time, considering that it's the spring season and there's no official tournament during that time, they will also pay attention to how we're developing and what kinds of things they want to implement into the new season next year.
Yeah, exactly. Have you thought about your goals for next season, soccer wise? For the next
Um,
fall season?
like our
Your goals
team
personally,
goals
what things that you would like to accomplish?
personally. I didn't get the opportunity to play in the Ivy League conference due to my injury.
Oh, that's right.
And so I'd love to see what I can do no matter where I play, like potentially some awards. Like I think that those are really cool.
Yeah.
And I think as a team though, I think that there's nothing that I would want more than for us to make a run in the NCAA tournament. And so if that means we get an at-large bid, or if that means we go ahead and win the Ivy League tournament, that's what I want for us.
Yeah. So are you glad you chose Princeton?
I'm so glad. I love the team, love the coaches. I think the environment is really great. Everyone's really supportive of each other. And I think that that is going to build not only a really great team, but also I think it helps me as a person, not only on the field, but also off the field.
What was the class load like? I mean, you went to the number one or one of the top high schools in the country. It's known to produce amazing students, also attract amazing students. But what was the transition to academics at Princeton?
Um, I think that being or having attended a really intense high school has definitely helped me with my adjustment to Princeton. I think that there's still a bit of a jump between high school and college, but I think that it's definitely manageable here. And I do have a lot more time than I think. It's really just about how well I managed it, which I think I did a pretty good job last semester.
Yeah. Do you find yourself being more of a regular student in the spring because you have a little bit less commitment in soccer, so you can maybe go to a party or two or do some socializing?
Yeah, on the weekends we don't have any training, and so that's the time that we spend with not only our teammates but other teams as well as some of my classmates, which is really nice.
Well, when do you have to declare a major?
I believe at the end of my sophomore year, so
Yeah.
I have some time.
Yeah. And this summer, are you going to try to play on a USL team, I think it's called, or
Yes.
what are your plans for the summer?
So I'll be playing with my club VDA for USLW. So
Oh, cool.
I'm really excited for that. It's the first time that they're launching the team for the club, and I'm really excited to be a part of that first team. So I hope we can go really far.
That'd be great. So are you, where's your home field for that club?
I believe our home field is Towson. We have like 3 or 4 different fields that we train at, but I think the primary field that we play at is Howson, which is in Woodbridge.
Oh, Houston. Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
awesome. So you'll be playing with a lot of your club teammates from the high school days?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
yes. And I'm very excited. I always love seeing them and playing with them whenever we're back. It's
yeah.
great.
I'll be able to check you out when you guys come up here and play. I live near the Loudon Field. Forgot what it's called, but they have a USL team. And last
Mhm.
year, I saw all the guys up here playing all the time. They're playing for the Loudon team, but they were playing for other teams too, Annapolis and some of the other local teams. It's so great to see players that I saw play in high school that go away, get stronger, get more confident, and then come back and then they compete again. And it's the same intensity, so it's great.
It's really awesome. It's a really nice way to stay sharp during the summer and still develop. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's a great bridge because I know that some of the players that I've talked to, I know like Samantha de Guzman, she had to go all the way to Gainesville, Florida last year, which seems like a lot to have to, live in a brand new town. Obviously soccer is important. If it's the right club, it's the right club. But it's nice to be able to spend some time with your parents. Your parents can come watch your games, and
Mhm.
then you can still play high level soccer. So,
Yeah, I think it's really nice to be able to play soccer with the people that I love being with, and at the same time, I can spend time with people from my high school and also, like you said, my parents, my siblings. It's really nice to be able to spend time with them, especially because we leave early for school again. So
yeah, exactly. Have you thought much about the high school season coming up?
the high school season, I've been in touch with a couple of the players, from TJ, and I haven't really known much about the other schools and how they're looking, but I'm really excited to see how my school does.
Yeah, well, we don't, no one really knows until tryouts because you never know if the top players are going to be able
Mhm.
to commit. So it's interesting how things can change drastically just depending on like I know there's some top girls players in the area that are still deciding, and that can change everything. And I think the boys players, most of the players now are playing. It all depends on what everyone else does. Everyone
Mhm.
else does, and people want to get a part of it. Do you ever look back on your high school career?
I do. I think a lot about it actually. I think that the environment was really fun and I was really excited to go and play with some of my closest friends. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do,
I do
um,
miss it.
yeah, yeah. Did most of the girls on the Princeton team, did they play for the high school team when they were in high school?
Yes, I think most of them did and they also really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah, yeah. And so do you keep in touch with some of the not just your teammates, but the other people that maybe you connected with on Instagram or whatever? The kind of the high school community? Are you in touch or have you kind of gotten into your own world at Princeton?
I think while I'm here, I'm mainly present with everyone at my school. I
Hmm.
do speak with a lot of my friends from high school over the phone or for like an hour or two, depending
Hmm.
on how
Yeah.
much time I have. But when I when I'm home, I do spend a lot of time with them and catch up, even if I haven't spoken with them much during the semester.
Yeah. It's a tumultuous time politically. Do you feel that at Princeton?
Um, Mm, Not really. We've had a couple of protests going on around campus, but other than that, it's been pretty calm here.
So like when you're at a college like that, I'm not trying to say you guys aren't worldly because obviously you are, but it's kind of like you're kind of like in a bubble and you're kind of like immersed in like the Princeton world right now. So the kind of the world outside of you um, probably doesn't mean quite as much as it will when you get out in the working world.
I think that a lot of the students here, while we don't experience it as much right on campus, I think that there are a lot of students who are aware of it.
Yeah. Are you involved in the recruiting of players to Princeton for next year's team? Do they come and they stay with you? That must be fun if you are involved.
So during the summer, my class went up to Princeton to be counselors for an ID camp. And so at the ID camp, we had met some of the players who will be here next year, which was really exciting. We had a chance to get to know them a little bit while watching them play, which was really cool because I can see what kinds of players we're going to have next year. So I'm really looking forward to having them on the team. I know in April they're going to come onto campus and have a visit as a class together. So that'll be another opportunity for us to get to know them even more. So that makes me really excited for the next year.
Oh, so really, most of the Princeton recruits they commit 2 years out. Is that what you're saying?
No, or it's going into their senior year.
Right, that's summer.
So yes.
So yeah, it doesn't happen as much once the season starts because I mean, I guess you don't even know whether kids are going to get accepted yet. That's kind of late, so it's probably better to get it done before the school year starts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly.
generally what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, look, Anna, thanks for catching up. I know you're busy. Hope you're staying warm. You guys got a lot of snow like the rest of us, right?
Yes, we had a lot of snow, but I didn't really, I think I only had one class that was canceled for a day. Otherwise, they did a really great job at clearing out the snow so I could still get to class. And it's been really cold, and it's so strange of me to say that it was 30 degrees the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
It's not super cold at like 2 degrees outside. So
And you guys have an indoor training facility?
we have a small indoor training facility. Um, we actually turned the football field into like, or we put a bubble over it so that
Oh,
we can train indoors, which is really nice because it is so cold outside right now.
yeah. It could be probably another month before the fields are ready, I think.
Um, we can train on the field if we wanted to. It's
Really?
just,
It's your field's clear?
they pushed the snow to the edges, so
Wow.
we have a couple of goals that are out, so we could, in theory, go if we wanted to, but I would rather go into the bubble than have to train outside.
Exactly. You can get your dose of cold weather while you're walking to class every day, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, anyway, look, Anna, it's always great to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. I watched at least 3 or 4 of your games this year. I felt so bad for your father. He messaged me when you got hurt because he knew I'd probably noticed. So I appreciate him doing that. So but I was able to follow you, and I was really happy with how you did. So I can't wait to see. I feel like in college sports, soccer, basketball, football, it just takes a while to get your confidence and to get used to the speed of the game, whatever game it is. But everyone improves so much with age and experience, and also handling all the things that are going on around you. So I know you're going to continue to do wonderful things there. You had a great freshman season for when you were able to play. So I'm just really excited for next year.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was really nice catching up with you.
Yeah, as always, and I'll come check out one of your games this summer.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. So look,
Yeah.
have a great day and say hi to your parents for me.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna. Great seeing you.
Yeah.